zodiac sign. Put it in the chat, guys. Like really okay, with love, we gotta have a little reality check real quick. You gotta just be the best you can be, not anybody else. It's only you at the end of the day.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of TRIBETEA. That is when you guys send in your stories and we react, we kiki, we give advice, all that jazz. And this is a live segment. So let me put the chat on the screen. What is up, everyone? Happy Cancer season. Happy Cancer season. Hey, what's up? Sorry, y'all. I've been really dehydrated. I hope y'all have been staying hydrated in this heat. It is so hot. It's unnatural. It's not right. If you live in a hot climate, like, you know, this is the time of year where it's like, we don't come outside. We don't. So yeah, please stay hydrated. This is your reminder if you're watching. What is up, everybody? If this is your first time catching a live stream, this is actually a really good show because we do have some receipts, and the person that sent this story in has sent in a story in the past. So I know it's going to be a good one. Dang, somebody in the chat is in my city and they say it is 95 at the town center. Ooh, and that's an outdoor mall. Like, man, no. We're good on that. So today we have 4 different stories because they are a little bit lengthy. So I only have 4 today. Hopefully I get to all 4, but I know for a fact I'll at least get to 3. So the first one is the title story that has all the receipts, and it is called I Remembered the Truth About My Mom, Family Secrets. It's intense. There's going to be a few trigger warnings because I did skim it because one of the words stuck out to me. But we're going to get to it. The second story is friendship of 8 years down the drain and she just butt dialed me. I have a feeling I was going to read this before and it just like time ran out or something. So we're going to get to that today. The next one is a scary story and it's the college nun haunting. So if you a little scare bear, sorry about that. Hey, shout out to Anna in the chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. Y'all do not have to donate to this stream, but if you do, I always appreciate it. They said, hey, I hope you've been doing good and great, friend. Thank you so much. I've been doing really good. I hope you're doing well also. It's so nice to see familiar faces in the chat. Like, I got good memory. Even when y'all want to switch up your little name, if you have the same Abby, I got good memory. Thanks again. Thank you so much. So the last one that I hope I'm getting to, because this is like the longest one out of all of them. Ooh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, girl. I don't know. But let's just say fingers crossed because they just formatted it weird. And I think it just looks longer than it is. So fingers crossed. Story time, my 6-month-long stalker. 6 months is crazy. And having a stalker is really scary because the police don't really do much. Like, they're like, well, we can't do anything until they come into your home and like put you at gunpoint. Like, girl. Concerning. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we're gonna get into the first story. What's up, guys? I'm just like so stoked to see you guys because like it's been so while since I've been live. But like I said, it's hot out, so y'all about to be seeing me a lot more. I can't do it. So let's get into the first story. It has receipts. I remembered the truth about my mom. So, hi Naja, it's me again because they have written in before. And for anybody, if you want to connect the dots on who they are the person who had the story about their brother being transphobic and was like being really weird towards their partner and stuff. And like, so they've already said that they had like family differences going on, to say the least. Let's just say differences, okay? So they said, I'm back at it again with the story, and I'm going to try to be vague as to not trigger anybody because I'm not going to hold y'all. I did get like a little smidge of a trigger. Then I had to really like go through and look up who this person was and see like, did they message me before? Because I don't know, bro. This is kind of heavy. Like, I'm not even going to hold y'all. This story is a little bit heavy. So I appreciate you for putting the trigger warnings in there. The first one is just toxic families. That's not what really triggered me. This is what triggered me. The El Drugas usage and let's just say general abuse, okay? So they said by the time I read this, they should be 23. Oh, happy belated birthday. I do apologize if the times jump around a lot. I hope it won't be too confusing. And I kept the characters mostly simple. And they did censor the receipts. I really appreciate that, because that was also another determining factor on if I was even going to read this story. But then when I saw you went out your way and like you censored stuff up, I was like, okay. Because, you know, sometimes people change their mind. Because this is intense. I'm sorry. This is just, okay. I'm sorry. So, to start off, my mom has been completely chaotic growing up. When I stayed with my dad and my grandmother, they would completely air out her dirty laundry, and she would air them out too. I saw through both of my parents because of this. They would call each other out whenever I would switch homes, pretty much. So when I was 8 to 12, I had been living with my mom, and she got a boyfriend when I was 8. Well, just pause real quick. That's like pretty toxic on both of their part, even grandma too, because kids should not be hearing all the drama that adults are going through. Like, it's irrelevant, because when you come of age and you become an adult, you're going to be able to decipher what's the real, what was the fluff, and how people really are as like an adult and not just your parents. So yeah, that's very unnecessary, and I'm sorry that they were doing all those mind games to you at freaking 8 years old. Like, what the heck? And shout out to Tila in the chat. Please like the stream. Yes, please like the stream. Thanks so much. So, mama has a boyfriend. Okay? He immediately wanted to step up and be a stepdad to me and my brother. About 3 years in, she vented to me about an encounter she had with her boyfriend. Why? She told me they were outside on the porch and she brought out some devil's lettuce. Why is she talking like this to a 12-year-old? My mom told me she offered her boyfriend some and he refused. He said that stuff will ruin your life and you shouldn't do it. My mom got angry and replied, "Stay out of my business. I can do what I want. It's my life." Sounds very defensive to me. That sounds like something more than the devil's lettuce is going on. It sounds pretty defensive. Sounds like she's trying to gateway his behind into something. So she was angry about that whole exchange for the next few days, to the point you vent to your 12-year-old son about it. That's so weird. Right? You acting like that's your little friend. Like, that's a mess. So this event will come into play later. When I was 15, fast forward, I was told I wasn't allowed to have friends over because she said, I don't want them to plant El Drugas in my house. Girl, you got enough for everybody. Like, what are you talking about? And she would blame my brother's past mistakes on why she was restricting me because of what they did. So my brother moved out of the house, and my mom did not want me to talk to anyone in the family. Why? Ooh, y'all. I'm going to say this with so much care and so much love, because this is not funny. Like, this is people's reality, bruh. He said my mom's teeth started turning black and chipping away. It was getting worse as time passed. Black, child? How? Black? She was embarrassed. See, that's why I didn't laugh. She was embarrassed because she felt like people would think that she was on that right there. So she was very hyper aware of what it looked like she was doing. She didn't want to be perceived as messing around or messing around, if you catch my drift. Promises, okay? Catch my drift. I asked her if she knew why her teeth were doing that, and she said it's because I have smoked all my life and I had 3 kids. Babies take all of your nutrients. I shouldn't have had so many kids. Mamas, that's like a lot. That's like a truth and a lie mixed into another, because it's like, yes, your teeth can just fall out from being pregnant and like postpartum, whatever, but they don't turn black and chip away. So now we're 18. When I was 18, we visited my oldest brother, not the one that was transphobic, but I have another one. He made a comment about how much weight she's been losing, but he said she looked good. On some like, hey, you looking good. You're losing some weight. But it's like, no, you don't understand. Like, I never pried about her weight because I assumed that she had some form of like a ED or something, and I didn't want to pry because she did tell me that it was something that, was hard for her. So during quarantine in 2020, a drain pipe under our kitchen sink broke. And because of this, she assumed all the pipes in the house would break. And instead of calling a plumber, she forbid us from using the toilets or the shower. Hello? So what did y'all do? She also did not use the air conditioning in the middle of the summer, and we live in a very hot state. She didn't want to work. She owned her own business and refused to go out. She's reasonable. However, her paranoia about C19 was beyond reasonable fears. Oh. And she would come up with new variants of C19, talking about African C19. Oh, baby, she's going through some type of psychosis or something. This is crazy. Oh, my goodness. And nobody in your family is like peeping. Okay, like the stepdad. Like, because I'm like, okay, this is your spouse, sir. Like, you're not noticing your spouse is being odd. Oh my gosh. She was in severe overconsumption of conspiracy theories, and she would believe in ridiculous things like scientists making pigmen, not the Facebook ad, and cherry coke being made of, I ain't even about to tell you. Let's just say she's been deep throating that red pill. Let's just say that. Wow. Y'all need to check on y'all older family members for real, because what the hell is this lady talking about? I feel so bad for her. But in the same breath, I feel more bad for you and your siblings than I do for her. But man. So let's just say that because it has to make, oh my God, this is low key a lot. Yeah, let's just say she's just one of them conspiracy nuts, because I don't even want to say that and trigger somebody, because that was not in the trigger warning. Like, it's just too much. So she made us live like this for 3 months. My brother, the transphobic one, oh my God. See, that's why you gotta just operate with love, because when you operate with hate, that's what everybody knows you as. Like, damn. So that brother pulled me out of the situation and took me to another state a ways away. Damn. So I could get on my feet. 4 years later, here we are. I was telling someone about what my mom was like, and the person I was talking to asked, she wasn't on drugs? And I was like, no, she wasn't on drugs. But as I started thinking, suddenly all the memories were flooding back as the days went by. No, you suppressed it for your own little good when you were a kid. Y'all, this is sad as hell. This is a Lifetime movie, friend. What? I remember seeing a pipe. It was white and round. Yeah, friend. They were. How old are you? Oh, well, no, you kind of aged yourself because you were young during COVID. Like, people were still doing the Tyrone Biggums? People were still doing that? You did that in front of the baby too? Like, oh my gosh. He said, I remember the pipe, and I started freaking out about it and wondering if it was something my imagination came up with. But no. More y'all crazy. Y'all in the chat talking about those same people just never stopped. Oh my gosh. I remember being in the kitchen and seeing another let's call it a L pipe on her table. I picked it up and I looked at it for a really long time. No, not you touched it. Oh my gosh. See, that's why I said I feel more bad for the kids in this situation. She was asleep and she didn't know that I saw it, but I was so upset and scared. Oh, friend. Oh my gosh. They said I immediately dissociated and chose to block out the memory and told myself we have a nice house, lots of rooms, and my mom owns her own business. There's no way she could be a Tyrone Biggums. Wow. That is wild. Oh, Lord. Quick intermission. Thank you so much to Sienna for the super chat. Again, guys, you don't have to send me anything. I really prefer if you guys will go to shopvoodoochild.com and buy the new Tribe tees that just dropped. If you guys want to see some pictures, they're in the community tab. But thank you so much, Sienna. She says, I have you playing through the speaker while I'm cleaning, and my man thought I was on FaceTime. He thought he was getting some tea. Like, look. He's like, well, dang, who is that? Where does she work? Is she on your shift? Like, no. Look, thanks so much for the super chat, friend. Look. Present day. After thinking about all that stuff, it suddenly made sense to me why my mom's teeth were falling out. I remember the boyfriend my mom had in the beginning of this. Do y'all remember him? I decided to message him and ask him, and here are the messages. So we're going to ask the ex-boyfriend of the mama what was going on. So here's mom's ex-boyfriend. Sorry I unsent the message. I had a question about my mom. I haven't talked to her in years. Oh, I remember you did do another story. You like cut her off because she just kept. I remember that story because your mom was just like messing up boundaries. Like she was treating you like her friend for real. Like even like if her and her man got into a little altercation. Like I remember now. So I haven't talked to her in years, but I remember something recently from my teen years living with her. What? I haven't talked to her in years either. Not a white man. Oh my goodness. What happened? What was the question? I just wanted to know if she was smoking that Tyrone Biggums back when you was with her. I haven't. Do y'all see why this was intense? And I was like, bruh, this is intense. I don't know why. Like, if you talk about the devil's lettuce, you talk about messing around, like, you know, it's a completely different stigma. I think it's just because the Tyrone Biggums just like plagued a whole generation, like ruined a community and was distributed by the man, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I don't know. That Tyrone Biggums just hit different, bro. No pun intended. And he was like, he basically was just like, what was she doing that when she was with you? I haven't been able to talk to my family about it, but before I moved out, I saw that she had some, you know, some stuff over there. So this is his response. She was doing Tyrone Biggums before I even met her. Oh, wow. I refused to do El Druga. Dang, no, because I remember you said he didn't even want to do the devil's lettuce. Your answer is yes. Oh my gosh. That's probably why she was so unpredictable and had mood changes behind all the wine and Tyrone Biggums. But her El Druga use goes way back. Plus, she also does the devil's lettuce. Last time I was there, she hit him with a weed puller. And oh my God, he sent a picture of what she threw. Hit him in the face with the finger part. Oh, wow. That's intense. He said, bro, I'm a victim too. That's what he said. He said, I'm a victim too. Honestly, I could appreciate him for coming to you and telling you all the stuff, like confirming for you, I should say. However, I do have to say I would have withheld the part that had to do with their relationship, the whole like, you know, but I mean, I don't know, because I'm just thinking if the tables were turned and it was a woman who was abused by a kid's dad and like, I don't know, bro. Let me know. What do y'all think in the comments or in the chat? Do you think like he should have kept that to look at this? Like, yo, that's scary. Hit him in the face. She could have went to jail forever. He said, I just know that one night she was on the porch and she wanted to hit the thing, and I told her no, and she needs to quit or it's going to destroy her life, but she got an attitude and told me to stay out of her business. Yep, that sounds like your mom. And yes, for clarification in the chat, our friend is grown now. They just turned 23 about like 2 months ago. Happy belated birthday, friend. But yeah, that's intense. Very heartbreaking, like someone else said in the chat. Just so intense. Bro could have called CPS back then and got y'all cased up. I remembered the encounter all over again from when I was 11. And I asked her boyfriend after they fought, why didn't he like her smoking the devil's lettuce? And he said, well, I didn't have a problem with that. And I was confused. And I was like, what do you have a problem with? And he was like, well, I got a problem with the Tyrone Biggums for real. And I chose to believe that he was crazy because that's what she was telling me. But back to present day. I was upset to relive memories to make it all make sense, but then I got angry. Why didn't my brother say a single word to me about this? I was pissed. It's giving like, it's, I know I always talk about King of the Hill. I'm sorry. It's my favorite anime, but it's giving Peggy being the only person that didn't know that Joseph was John Redcord's kid. Like, I'm pretty sure if you went to your brother, they'd be like, you didn't know? Look at, bro, she's skinny. She don't got no teeth. She's violent. She's seeing things. You think that's the devil's lettuce doing that, friend? I think that would be their response. Like, you didn't know? Really? I unblocked my brother and I called him. He didn't answer, so I figured maybe I'll just let it go, and I blocked him again. The next day, my brother messaged me on his stepdaughter's phone. Here, is this the message? Okay, let me see. Let's look at the text message from the brother. From his daughter's phone. That is so trifling. I hope he deleted this from that baby's thread, because that is so trifling. You got the baby phone. Please delete this thread. Talking about King of the Hill anime. Yes. Yes. Hey, it's insert brother's name from stepdaughter's phone. I got your call and tried to call back, but I think you still have me blocked. I hope you're well and call me anytime. Straight up said, why didn't you tell me that mom is addicted to the Tyrone Biggums? Oh my gosh. Yo, no, for real. Because imagine the baby going through the phone be like, grandma's on what? So that's what I don't know. That's not true. And if she is, I have no idea. Cap. Seriously. I saw her pipe on several occasions living with her, and 2 of her exes confirmed that she was in fact on that Tyrone Biggums, and he just never responded. Wow. Side note, his fiance doesn't like my mom, and she didn't want my nephew going over to her house. My brother did it anyway. Wow. So this upset her a lot, and I do feel bad for her. No, for real, because if somebody doesn't want their kids around somebody, bro, like, I mean, what can you really freaking do other than respect that? Especially if it's about safety. Like, grandma is Tyrone Biggums, okay? That's not safe. After work that same day, I started hearing pounding on my neighbor's door at the apartments I live in. It went on for like 2 minutes straight. And finally, someone answered the door and told whoever was there, "You're going to have to stop banging on the door or I'm calling security." I think it was my brother because he's popped up on me before and I recognized the knocking sound similar. I never did get an answer after the text I sent, though. It's insane just how much my mind has blocked things out for years. No, for real. It's about protecting your sanity because sometimes, So I will update if anything else happens. I'm planning on talking to my grandmother about what I saw. The grandmama, I don't know if she'll confirm what I already know or try to shame me into staying quiet. I tried to call her first, but she didn't answer. She said she was going to call me this week anyway, so I just decided to wait. I'll admit I acted out of anger trying to contact my brother, but maybe it doesn't matter. I've been on and off wondering if I should say something, but I think I'm going to try. I need to know if other family members knew about her doing this and being around us, pretty much. I think my brother is lying about not knowing, and maybe I should have just talked to my grandmother first. Yeah, grandma gonna know, unless the way that you are cutting your people off, it's like a generational pattern, and she cut her mama off, then maybe that could be the only way that they don't know. But we do got an update. They call grandmama. Thank you. Thank you. Who said that? Thank you, Ken. Yeah, why don't we just call your mom? Like, you don't know. She might deny, but there's a small percentage that she might just come clean and be like, I've been waiting for somebody to confront me about this, you know? So they did call their grandmother, and the grandmother disregarded and pushed aside their memories. I'm so sorry about that. However, grandma did tell them, you need to be having that conversation with your mama. My grandma can be shady, and she's been trying to convince me to talk to my mom ever since I went no contact. She told me that my mom was sorry, and I asked her specifically what is she sorry for, and got vague answers. I don't think I can trust my mom after all the things she's done to me. I was very vague, and it hasn't even touched. Basically, they've been very vague in this entry, and it hasn't even touched the tip of the iceberg of like all the things in their relationship that's gone astray, basically. So they're taking a trip to go see their grandma. I'm not gonna say where your grandma is at, but that sounds like a time. And hopefully there's no tomfoolery. Last update. I just noticed it's the last update. It better be about you asking your mom. I know it was my brother knocking on my door now. He came knocking on my door again, and I could hear his voice through the door, but the camera didn't pick it up. This was much more calm than the first time. The first time he was banging and door was shaking, but yeah, no, I'm not about to open the door for him. So, and I'm also no longer going on the trip because F my grandma. Because honestly, I wasn't going to say nothing. I'm one of those people, do it for the plot, like, okay, F this, F grandma, but free trip to where. But yeah, F grandma, bro. F that. Because how are you going to invalidate my experience and then tell me go ask your mom? You could have just said go ask your mom. We didn't need the icing on top, right? The gaslighting on top, right? Thanks, Anaya, right? So, yeah, I'm done. Thank you if you're reading this on stream. I know it was probably heavy for a lot of y'all. Much love. Well, thank you so much for sending in your story. Honestly, if you're going to go no contact with your family members, part of which is not caring how they're doing, if that makes sense, I don't remember if you told me if you have a therapist or not now. I don't remember, but I would definitely get into some type of therapy to work through the memories that you're starting to regain. And another thing is, so what if she did it, right? I know there's going to be a part of you that's like, I need that for my healing. But I think you already know the answer. And sometimes if we base our healing off of somebody else doing something, we'll tear ourselves up. Like, we'll drag ourselves down. Like, it's up to us to heal ourselves and fix ourselves, parent ourselves, love ourselves, right? But you are a very strong person. You are a very strong person. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, because that is a lot to go through from what you told me. Thank you so much for sending your story in, because I know somebody out there can relate. And if you have any advice for them in the comments for like dealing with a parent who was in active, addiction, and how you came to terms with things as an adult, please put some things in the comments. I would really, really appreciate it. But yeah, y'all, you cannot base your happiness on how unhappy people will react. Like, if you just sit here and it's like, oh, until my mom admits that she fucked up my childhood, I'm never going to get better, you're probably not going to hear that. And she might even say it just to like be like, okay, do you feel better now? And it's not going to feel better. It's a lot. But you gotta forgive and move on. If you're gonna go no contact, you can't be, oh, I'm not gonna block them on social media, I want them to see. No, cut it off. All of it. Let's get into this next story. That's all the receipts I got today. It's only close out. Friendship of 8 years down the drain, and she just butt dialed me. Okay, make sure you guys like the stream if you're still in here. I see there's a few of you in here. There's more than a few of you. There's a couple of y'all up in here. So, hey, Naja. I want to start off by saying that I first found you on YouTube in 2018. That's a bit of a while ago now. And it's been amazing seeing your channel grow. Thank you so much. And thank you, sis, for fueling all my house cleaning with the Tribe Teas playing in the background for many years. Yes, please like this video if you are watching this while you're cleaning the house or something, so you don't forget. But thank you so much for the long-term support. I appreciate it. I wanted to write this story because I want the tribe's perspective, and I want to know if it really was just a situation that, the straw broke the camel's back or whatever they say, or if I'm actually in the wrong. So I am a 28-year-old first-generation Mexican-American living in Northern California. Hey, I usually don't say where people stay, but I mean, friend, there are a lot of Mexican-Americans living in Northern California. I have an Aries sun, an Aries moon, and a Cap rising. Shout out to all the Aries and Capricorns in the chat. You can call me Polly. So I am pansexual and I have no kids, girl, period. Okay, so a little of a backstory. I grew up in the same city since I was like a baby, all the way until I was about to turn 21. And when I was 20, I was going through a whole lot. It was my first breakup with a manipulative and threatening man. Oh, wow. Okay, threatening is scary. I had family stresses on top of that, so I decided to enlist for the Army in November of 2016. I was going to be shipping out for boot camp in that following March. The last year of my high school senior year, I became best friends with, we're going to call him Jay. Me and Jay became inseparable because he was gay. He was a Virgo. Shout out to all the Virgos in the chat. But he was a gay Virgo white man. And he introduced me to a lot of his friends, and there was a group specifically I would hang out with often because of him, and that's where I met Dre. Okay, so we've got Jay, the bestie, and Dre. Okay, keep up, because that sounds a little familiar, right? Dre is actually who this story is about. Dre is also a first generation Mexican American. She's a Pisces. Shout out to all the Pisces. And she likes girls. Okay. She is a dom femme. Okay. So I don't know why. Whenever I picture dom femme, I just imagine like goth. Like, I can't explain it. Okay. Um, so me and Dre met through Jay. Like I said, eventually we both have a fallout with the Virgo white man. Oh, wow. But we started hanging out together after that independently. So Dre and I started hanging out right after I signed my contract. Oh, yeah, I forgot you're going away. Okay. When I came back, so we became very close the last 4 months that I had left in Cali. When I came back from the military training, I stayed home for a little and then moved to another state because my young and naive ass decided to go and get married with a man that I met in training. Ooh. Hot girl down. Hot girl down. No. How you gonna do that to Dre? Aw, man. That hurt, friend. Not you left her for a man. What? Y'all talking about red flag. Y'all military people. Like, what? Oh, my gosh. Y'all said y'all military, man. So me and Dre got really close the last 4 months. And then for the next 5 years, I was across the country. And we didn't keep in contact for the first years. She was dealing with an abusive relationship. And it was just dragging too long. I was freshly married and trying to settle in the South. But whenever I came back home, she spent the whole time with me. Staying with me at my parents' house from wake up to bedtime. Leave that girl alone. Leave her alone. I already don't like where this is going. Talk about friendship. I don't know, bruh. It's giving there's something more going on here, bruh. I don't know. So, hold on. I lost my spot. Freshly married. They always hang out. FaceTime weekly. And we're always sending each other stuff on socials. Eventually, my time in the military ended and I started getting ready to come home. So we were so excited, talked about, how we've been waiting to be closer to each other for a long time. So boom. At the end of 2021, I moved back to Cali and we were reunited. She was there with me she was there when me and my ex started our divorce. Damn, got him out of there. Got him out of there. And look, I'm not trying to say this just because y'all are pan or queer or whatever, right? But I don't know. I'm just getting a vibe that like y'all always liked each other. Because that's just very convenient timing, right? They were roommates. Like, girl. Oh, no. I don't know. Talk about they literally work together. Y'all are funny. So, I was at her place 24/7. Me and her were at we were each other's gum stuck on each other's shoe. So much that when we'd go out, people always ask us if we were together. Like I thought. Writing this, I'm just thinking, like, what changed? Okay, so her birthday is March 13th and mine is March 21st, and we are a week apart. My birthdays have always been a weird thing for me because I have childhood trauma that shows up in weird ways. Heard, girl, you're not alone. My birthdays were a day filled of anxiety. Oh no. Disappointment and being unfulfilled. Birthdays are supposed to be your day, your friends and family don't forget, or, and you get the cake flavor you like, maybe gifts that are meant for you, not some generic ass gift. You get to decide what you want to do, where to go, what you want to eat. Birthday hugs are not one out of the two of your parents give you in a year. Damn. They don't feel fake and scheduled. Like, I've had to try to unlearn all these feelings around my birthday, but it's been hard. So Dre, when she gets interested romantically in somebody, she just disappears. Me and her, I'm going to hold that because you had to disappear because you were going to the military. I mean, it is what it is, girl. You had to do what you had to do. You had to get that bread. Anyway. So Dre, when she gets interested romantically, she disappears. Me and her were like glue, and then she met this girl on Bumble. We're gonna call this girl D and Dre. Girl, you need to pick a different nickname. D and Dre. We're gonna call her Dee because we need some. Yeah. At first, she says she wanted to experience new people, and she had officially cut her ex off, which took years. She was going on dates and stuff, and after going out with Dee, things changed overnight. I felt like Dee and Dre met in February, and within the first 2 months, Dre had gotten arrested with Dee. What? She got arrested and let Dee move in with her because she was couch hopping, homosexual, and had lost her studio, and they moved in together in a new place. How did they get arrested? What did they do? Girl, not you left out the good part. What did they do? She said, Naja, that is not my story. I can't tell you. He said, girl, that's not my story. I can't tell you. So in 2023 in March, Dre's birthday is coming up. She wants it to be a big deal as always, and she wants us to go here and there all week. We had her family thing. We were bar hopping 4 nights in a row. Ooh, girl, I'm an old lady. Like, went to the club. Ooh, girl. And we went out to eat. Okay. Going out for me is not easy. I was starting at 7, needing to be up for my job at around 5 a.m. and staying out drinking till 1 to 2. Oh, friend. But anyway, it was it was Dre's birthday week, and she was the princess. I wanted to make sure she was getting sang to at midnight and the center of attention. And yes, Dee was there for every birthday event. I did tell everyone that I wanted to spend my birthday by myself. I wanted a day where I did whatever I wanted, took the day off, got up when I felt like it, got my free Dutch Bros, and went to my scheduled tattoo apartment. But Dre's birthday was the last day I saw her. Ooh. So you did all that bar crawling and all of that stuff, pockets hurting, pockets on dust mode. Like, huh? And they never did. Oh, and for some clarification, because I see some people in the chat are like, when did they turn romantic? They never turned romantic. There was just a lot of, let's just say some chemistry going on, okay? There was some chemistry going on, but somebody was always in a relationship or what. So then finally, she divorces the main person that sent this in, divorces their spouse, move back home. Oh, girl is still trying to work things out with her abusive ex, like mentally, like trying to work things out. And then as soon as she is good to, pursue somebody, she goes on Bumble and gets Dee. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on. Honestly, I don't even know if I would call this girl code as much as I would just call this confusion and like, what are we? Because I feel like if people would have been more specific of like what they're expecting from the relationship, whether that be a friendship or what, I think things would be different. Because you got to tell people, hey, and you even said you had a traumatic childhood where like you're used to be getting paid fucking dust on your birthday. So I would just be like, hey, if I do this for you, are you going to be able to be there for me? Because I got work in the morning and like, I really can't do this, but I'm willing to, bend it a little bit for you. And if she would have been like, ooh, no, I wouldn't, I'm really not going to be able to be there next week. I'm like, okay, bet. How about this? We can meet up because my husband and I were a week apart in our birthdays too. So if anything, let's do something the week before both of our birthdays, or let's do something the week after both. And then we can, meet up and do something then, right? So I just think it's like Miscommunication, as always, right? Good old miscommunication. So Dre sent me a happy birthday message around 1 in the afternoon after you stayed up with her until midnight. Oh, hell no. Now that is against bestie code. You don't let your bestie not hear happy birthday at midnight. Call me childish. I be fighting to stay up till midnight to see who real. Damn it. So, oh my gosh. She said she gonna give me my birthday present soon. I'd come over and she'd roll something up for me and she'd make me something to eat. She used to make this bomb chicken too, but it just never happened. She called me up mid-April and asked, April, when's your birthday? Okay, ma'am. She called me up mid-April. She's an Aries. And asked if I wanted to come over. And I couldn't because my boyfriend had gotten into a wreck. So, okay. Oh, wait, damn. I was about to say, oh, okay. So, yeah, y'all, you're romantically occupied. But damn, sorry to hear about your boyfriend got to a wreck. After that, I'd send her Marco Polos that never got responded to. I told her I missed her and to tell me about her day as we had been doing for months. But that was a huge blow for me. I had asked the universe to remove any people from my life that didn't give me good love and patience. Y'all need to be careful with asking the universe, with asking God, because technically you're praying. You are saying a prayer, okay? Now, when that prayer gets answered, don't be looking confused. Like, look. And yes, her boyfriend, they said that they're pan. So that's where that boyfriend came from. But yeah, the universe done remove people that didn't have the best interest for me. And that didn't bother to learn me and who I am. And to fill my life with people that wanted to know about me and showed up for me and advocated for me. Yes, ma'am. It was so painful to feel that rejection. And I wish my best friend had shown up for me and made me feel special on my day, considering my boundaries, especially after I had shown up for her that previous week. I get what you're saying now, though, because, like, I'm just thinking of me. I just had a birthday. I turned up with my husband, right? But I had individual days where I was with my girls and he's not there. So I get how you're like, I hung out with you multiple days of the week and your significant other was there every freaking time. Like, we couldn't have, like, bestie night. But I feel like, again, that goes back to the communication part of, like, setting our expectations and, like, hey, what are we doing? Where are we going type thing. But hey, I had to wait a month later to get a, hey, are you busy right now text and then a call. And I think that hurt more since I had watched her stories on Instagram and she'd been going out with 2 new friends the weekends right after my B-Day. I know she was going through a lot, but I still to this day have not heard from her. She sent me a message replying to my IG story. Okay, I'm just going to skip to the chase. I'm going to tell y'all what I think is going on. I'm going to put the chat on the screen, but I'm not going to go to the chat screen. I think that her new girlfriend don't like you. I think her new girl doesn't like you. I think her new girl feels the vibe that we were feeling in the chat, and she feels intimidated and threatened. I don't think the girl likes you. I don't think she likes you. Because mysteriously, after y'all hang out the next week, when that girl is all up in your friend's face, she ghosts you. And it's not like she ghosts you for a long time. It's only been 2 months until you realize, like, this, it sounds about right when someone has a fling. I feel like that girl don't like you. And she's not ready to give up that girl. I wouldn't be surprised if those 2 new friends are the friends of Dee Dee. I forgot we gave Dee Dee a name. But yeah. If you really want to stir the pot, I would just ask her straight up, like, does Dee Dee not like me? Like, is that why this is going on? Like, because that's messed up, bro. I tried to be cool with Dee Dee. I hung out with her multiple times. No issue. But I really do feel like Dee Dee don't like you, bro. And Dre wants to stay with Dee Dee, so they're eating it. So I took it as a sign. I asked the universe to close doors that were meant for me so I could open doors that were. And I felt like I was there for Dre's convenience. We did what she wanted, was there so she didn't feel lonely. And when she met Dee Dee, I no longer was given any time. I felt so sad that Dee Dee had just met her and those two new girls she had just met too, and she made time for them. But I was pushed towards the back. Maybe it sounds dramatic, but I feel like this woman switched up so fast. Early April, she called me early in the morning, like 4 a.m. She was still drunk, I think, but she was telling me that the girl Dee Dee had been staying with on her couch, let's call her Erica, had gotten them in trouble. Again, I forgot, Dee Dee liked to get people arrested. Dee Dee likes to get people locked up. I forgot about that. So, in summary, the girl Erica had pepper sprayed Dre, and Dre had beat her. Oh, and Dre beat her ass. And she said that Erica had gotten drunk, called Dee Dee, yelling at her, saying her cat, y'all got pets? How I can't stand when people are couch surfers and you got pets. Like, baby, take care of your damn self. She's basically, the girl is mad at her because of her cat. And she was like, her cat is being a nuisance and you need to come and get her. Dee Dee and Dre went over to grab the cat at the apartment, and Erica became aggressive with Dre. Erica was telling Dre to get out of her apartment, and she didn't like her. And see, bruh, look. I saw this post. I wish I could find it. Oh my gosh. Y'all know who I'm talking about though. Somebody put in the comments. There's somebody on TikTok and their whole page is about like anthropology and sociology, but specifically within the Black community. And she just dropped one. Like her latest one that she just dropped is about soft life. What is it called? Translated into something that you can understand. And she was basically saying you really don't need to be watching these stupid femininity coaches, because with age you get your doctorates in clownery and you can clock a clown real easily. Like, and it's, I call it women's intuition. You start trusting it more and you're able to trust your gut and like, oh, that's a clown. So like if you ever catch yourself saying something like, oh no, I can't do that because what if he's a clown? Like, y'all gotta watch the video. It makes sense. I only brought it up because I knew immediately that Dee Dee did not like you, because I've seen clown pick me behavior like this before. So the fact that this Erica person that just popped up doesn't like your bestie because Dee Dee introduced this girl to all her people lets me know that's how they get down. They're just a bunch of pick me clown posse. You probably are you're probably saving yourself right now. Right, they over here playing baddies in the front yard. Like, huh? These people are hobosexuals. They are hobosexuals, bro. Hobosexual is not gender specific, okay? That's crazy. My girl Dee Dee starting drama from the couch. It does sound like a blessing in disguise, right? All this jail talk and stuff. Oh my God. I'm not sure. Dre ran out crying and yelling and she went back in, beat Erica up. I'm not sure what happened because it was one of the last times we talked. This year, right before Dre's birthday, I got a call from her while I was laying down in bed with my boyfriend and I didn't answer. Damn. I listened to the voicemail and it just sounded like a butt dial. There was Dee and Dre having a conversation about bartending and then hung up. Damn. Yeah, I really feel like that girl just didn't like you. That's crazy. That's crazy she chose her over you. Like, fuck that. You deserve to be the first choice every time. The thing is, Dre has done this before. She gets involved with a new girl. She goes MIA and back into the shelf I go. Anyway, friendship breakups hurt more. Should I have called her and told her something? What should I have told her if so? P.S. I saw her mom and grandmother at Goodwill one day, and they looked down when I said, hey. I feel like there's something maybe Dre had told them too. Duh, I'm trying to tell you. Look, You're gonna you gonna peep it soon, bro. We around the same age, bro. You're going to, it's, maybe this was it for you. Maybe this was like the light, this instance right here. Cause your friend, Dre, is a clown. There's a certain type of person that gets arrested over and over again. There's a certain type of person who completely switches sides like this. Like, this is not a loyal person at all. Because I know in her brain, she's like, oh, I'm never going to fuck with this person ever again. So I'm about to start selling out. I feel like she's been selling out about you to her parents, to her mama, all this stuff. Because think about it. Dee Dee is with her all the time. So whenever they ask, oh, where's so-and-so at? Dee Dee gonna chime in, oh, that bitch. Like, bro, I'm telling you, it's because Dee Dee don't like you. I know you're saying it's because your girl or your friend puts you on the back burner whenever she gets into a relationship. But I think there's a reason why her significant others feel threatened by you. It's because how y'all got some boundary stuff going on. I mean, hey, I don't know. Maybe this is just how some people chill with their friends. But, yeah, I don't know, bro. I think you just dodged a bullet. And I wouldn't call. I would just leave it. I feel like you guys being long distance friends in the beginning made it easier for you to not realize just how flawed she is. Fuck it. Because y'all both happy to see each other. Like, yeah, I feel like you just got blindsided, girl. I don't know. I wouldn't hit her up, though. I wouldn't hit her up. I would just leave that right where it was because I think the damage is too bad. I really do feel in my heart she has been talking so much shit. Like, listen to the rumors, bruh. Speaking of that sociology page, I really hope that y'all could find her and we could put it in the comments because her page is gold. Yeah, bruh. It's too much. It's too much. But please get some advice in the comments if you've been through something similar. I've got one more story I'm going to try to get in. It is called The College Nun Haunting. So it's a little scary. Shout out to everybody in the chat. What's up, Callie? What's up, guys? Make sure you like the stream on your way in. This is the last story. But yeah, I don't think that last one is salvageable. Because it's not even about the whole, like, that's a loyalty issue. Like, that girl scares me. She just doesn't seem safe. I can't explain it. But let's get into the scary story, ending this with a boom. So there is a trigger warning of, not to be too TikTok, but I can't say the word. So we're going to say unaliving or, okay, trigger warning. All right. Hey, Naja. Hey, friend. First and foremost, I want to congratulate you and Daniel. I'm so happy for you, and I hope and pray nothing but the best for you guys. Thank you so much. I have been a subscriber for about 5 to 6 years. Okay, thank you for the support. I love watching Tribe Teas. My zodiac sign is a Virgo. My sun sign's a Virgo. My rising is a Sag, and my moon is a Libra. Shout out to all the Virgos again, the Sagittarius, and the Libras in the chat. And shout out to the Cancers. I don't know if I shouted y'all out today. They said, I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't know if my rising is correct because I don't remember the time I was born. Look, ask your mama. Look at your birth certificate. This is my first time making a tribe tea and going through it with it. The first one, I decided not to have it read. Just to let you know, this is going to be a little bit long. It's not that long, y'all. The story is from my freshman year of college. As of now, though, I'm 23, turning 24 in August. Okay. And was the first time I single-handedly had a ghost or spirit experience. Okay. The college was in a small town outside of a city I grew up in and was a Catholic school. Oh, hell no. Let's just say they are from the Northeast. And if you know anything, that shit is haunted. That is some haunted shit. They're at a Catholic school up there. I didn't pick the school necessarily for religious reasons because I'm not Catholic, but more so because I liked how small it was. And my aunt had previously gone and thought it was also a good school. Large campuses felt a little too intimidating too, so this school felt like a perfect fit. And I started the first semester in the fall. The very first experience was not even a solid month into the school. I was hanging out with a few of my friends in their dorm, along with a couple of other girls from the same hall. And we started talking about some rumors we heard from the RA. The main one, of course, being the freshman building being haunted. Of course, it's the freshman. It can't be the senior building. No, the freshman. It can't be the sophomore or the junior building. No, it's got to be the building of all the people that have never been here. Child. For some background, our school used to be an all-women's Catholic college back in the 40s. The freshman building was the only building from that time frame to still be up and used till this day, along with it being the building with the most ghost activity. Right, like it's a built-in hazing. That's what I was saying too. Y'all are killing me in the chat. So now I do believe spirits and ghosts are real, but I really doubted it at this school for some reason. Yeah, because that just sounds like out of all the buildings, why that? I truly believe the haunted shit was BS because the semester had just started, and I thought the RA was just saying that to spook us because the Nun movie just came out. I forgot about that movie. Yeah, no ma'am. No ma'am, I'm not going to not so I can get dragged to hell. Oh my gosh. We started to talk about the building being potentially haunted, and we also started to air out our skepticism. Now, to give you a visual of the room, it's your typical dorm room, small as hell, no AC, one window, and keep in mind, the window was open with a box fan inside. There was absolutely no wind that night, and my friends were also placed on the third floor of the building extremely high up. So for context, I was fortunate to not have to live in the freshman building because there were too many freshmen the first year. I lived in the upperclassmen dorms that was like a 3-minute walk from the freshman building. Oh, you lucked out. Okay. But no, seriously, no AC is very diabolical in the college campus. Like, it's going to be smelling like corn chips and hot ass. Like, it's not ever fun. They said, Naja, when I tell you, as we were saying things like, this place isn't haunted, this shit ain't real, the box fan in the window flew out the window. I shit you not. It flew out the window with like force, like with kinetic energy, unplugged from the wall and all. Girl, when I tell you, like a damn movie, we just looked at each other for a split second and then booked it out the room. I'm about to say, where do y'all about to We ran in separate directions. I don't even remember where I ran. I was just going. After about 3 or 4 minutes, we finally regrouped, went back to the room, and were stunned by what we saw. Like, we could not believe it. This was really our first time experiencing anything like, friend, I'm sorry, but they would have had to get me a new dorm. They would have had to get me a new dorm room. I would have been like, guys, I know we just met each other and you seem pretty cool, but yeah, I gotta go. I would have to get a new room. Like, y'all can't set me up with some off-campus housing. Child, all I know is I went back to my building after that, but there have been other scary moments and facts about the school that added to the few reasons why I transferred after my first year and decided to commute. Damn. You were like, yeah, I'm not sleeping here. I don't blame you. So a few of the things that bothered me was that a few of the friends from the old friend group were able to get a quad room with a half bathroom. And we used to be smoking up in there. Ooh, it's smoking up here, bitch. Oh my gosh. Just for them to find out after moving in that the same room was allegedly where a nun had unalived herself in the dorm closet back in the 50s and 60s. Now, to be fair, if she was haunting that room, she must have liked us because we never experienced anything, right? Like nothing like the first situation where it was like a physical hard, right? And we were able to just, blow down in there in peace. My personal dorm building did not have this much activity at all, and it was fairly newer on the further side of campus. But because I was at a freshman dorm just as much as my actual dorm building, I saw and experienced a lot. Another situation was with 3 little nun statues. See, it's too much nuns. Like, it's too much for me. Like, transfer me now. Like, another situation was with the 3 little nun statues. Outside the academic building was a courtyard area, and if you go through the building, there's a line of windows that shows you the entire courtyard. If you see some nuns in the window, like, bruh, I literally have chills on my leg right now. Like, I don't like this. I feel like the nun is trying to get me. Like, I can't. Oh my gosh. So now I would always look out the windows when walking because it's pretty to look at, genuinely, especially in the fall and all the leaves. But as time went on, I would notice that one of the nun statues was like crooked on one side. At first, I thought maybe one of the workers had accidentally moved due to them cleaning the area, until one day I saw it leaning on the other side. Now, Naja, I know throughout that whole first year, I was, blowing down in the ladies' store. They said they was higher than giraffe coochie. Is crazy. But I know what I saw, because this wasn't a once in a while occurrence. It was frequent and throughout the day. And it was always the one nun, never the other 2. I can't explain the other stuff that's happened, but this one, I guess I could say maybe some of your peers in the school were moving it around to freak each other out. But the AC unit, I can't explain that. And the nun offing herself in the room, I mean, we can't disprove that. But this is the only one that I could be like, friend, don't worry. It could just be somebody messing with you. Oh, hell, never mind. They said to make this even more creepy, the school had underground tunnels. What in the catacombs? Like, y'all need to be for real. Yes, you read correctly. Tunnels all around campus. They were closed off, but people found their way in. Yeah, y'all tripping. I had a few friends that actually went in there, and one of them got stuck. They said there was a lot of old newspaper clippings and more, but that's all I know about the tunnels, because my black ass was not about to go in there and see for myself. Me and my friends had also come up with a theory back then. We believed that the nun or the other spirits roaming would let the girls on the freshman side of the building know if the guys who entered their room weren't shit. Because every time someone would try to bring a specific guy into their room, your mirror would automatically fall, or you would hear loud scratching from the closet if he spent the night. And what? Not the girl code nun ghost. Like, I'm low-key taking back what I said. She's just a girl like the rest of us. Oh, wow. I still believe this is true, because anytime it would happen, whether it would be in my friend's room or someone else telling us a story, we would always find out later that dude was not shit. There were also a few other things that occurred, but these are the main ones that are ingrained in my brain. I hope you enjoyed some of these stories. Again, I love you and the tribe a lot. If you want to look up the school, I will paste the name and the location. Let me see. I want to go look. Let's see. I'm going to type the name of the school and put haunted behind it. Yup. It says real haunted place. Oh my goodness, guys. For privacy, I can't show what it is, but it says this college is rumored to be haunted. According to reports, the Performing Arts Center at the school has 2 seats that are kept open for ghostly visitors at each performance. See, now y'all are encouraging the spirits to come in here. Like, that would piss me off. Somebody else, one of your alumni up in here said, I personally haven't seen her, but there's a rumor that in the music hall there's a ghost named Betty. And she like to hang out. Apparently you could draw her in by lighting a candle. No. Another person said, look, this is what you were talking about. There are tunnels under the school that are no longer used by students, but people do sneak in there. And at the end of the tunnel is a room with a pentagram painted on the wall and a Ouija board on the table. Yeah, no, ma'am, no, sir. I'm scared. Oh, Nacho School is certified. Like, what the hell? Well, I'm scared. Shout out to Betty. She's a girl's girl. But yeah, that was pretty funny. Thank you for sending in your story. I appreciate you. And are you done with school? Or are you still in school? Let me see. Nah, you could still be in school if you wanted to. But congrats on being in school regardless, even if it is haunted and scary. Thank you guys so much for coming in here and listening to all the stories. Thanks to all of you that sent something in. I really appreciate it. If you want your story on my channel, all you have to do is email your story at TRIBETEA@shopvoodoochild.com. Okay. Make sure you censor your receipts. Make sure you use fake names. Try to protect your privacy as much as possible. Like I saw on this stream, I don't like really saying the states where people live and stuff like that unless it's like super common. Like if you're a Dominican from the Bronx, if you're a Mexican American from Cali, like, you get what I'm saying? But if you're from somewhere like really, yeah, I'm not about to do you like that. So don't worry about it. What else? Oh, we have Tribe Teas. I thought I was going to have a little commercial for y'all on here, but it would probably mess up the stream if I airdropped it. But please go and check out the community tab if you want to see what it looks like. Check out my Instagram, my TikTok. If you want to support me, I love when you guys buy things from my shop to show support rather than donations, because I don't know, I just like making stuff personally, wrapping it up and putting a little treats in there. So please check out shopvoodoochild.com. Please email your entries and check out my pop culture rant I dropped. If you haven't already, check out my book review, my RuPaul book review if you haven't, because another review is about to come out soon. But yeah, please be safe. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Bye. Oh, and check out my vlog channel. That's the last one. Okay, bye for real now.